Today, I am going to talk about my life, throughout my life as an empath, and the things that it has caused, and what I've done with it, and how things have kind of turned out because of me being an empath, and what I've learned about myself over the years from being that way. So, being an empath is like very, very sensitive to other people's energies. Not just people, oddly enough, animals, bugs, everything, kind of, really. Trees. Trees a lot, actually. But I spend a lot of time alone, and anyone who knows me in real life knows that. I spend a lot of time by myself, and I've grown very attached to it over the years. Hard to, separate me from that. Like I used to think something was wrong with me because I did it, like that I was running from the world, or, but really, I just really like being by myself. Like, so apparently that's how I recharge my batteries. And I'm an introvert, which is actually something I discovered recently. I always thought I was an extrovert who got traumatized into being an introvert. But my mom told me that, no, you're always an introvert, Janine. But I have another video that I already made. I haven't posted, but that I already made about that. Me and my introvertedness that I didn't even know I had. I thought I was an extrovert. But yeah, you'll see more about that in the next video that I put out, which is about that. So, I spend a lot of time by myself, which is when people ask me why I'm single and things of that nature. That's pretty much the short answer. Is that that's the short answer to why I'm most of the time I am alone. So I have like a very small number of acquaintances, because I feed on other people's energy. So if you come around me with negative energy, you might just vent and say whatever it is you want to say when you're around me, and then feel better, and then you walk off. But you left it. It's on me now. I'm going to take it home with me. If you're mad, furious at someone, I don't even know that someone. When you leave and you feel all better and lighter about the situation, I am now enraged. I have this little thing inside of me that's collecting other people's shit. And so I have to tote it around and sort it out and compartmentalize all of these things that aren't even mine. They aren't even mine. And so at a certain point, when I was younger, I figured out I just have to just start telling people, don't tell me about that, because it's just going to make me mad. Short answer. I just say it's just going to make me mad and I don't feel like it. But really, it was because I know I'm going to carry it. And I'm not going to know what to do with it. And you can OD on that stuff. So I do keep a small, list of people who I deal with. And I'm very particular. Like if there's not a reason why you're in my universe, if you don't match up with my, like the things that keep me sane, if you can't fall into line with those things, but you're still in my life, trust me, there's a reason why. Like there's almost like where I have to deal with you because of circumstance, or, how we, around each other, like work, or, some kind of project or something, like where you have to be around somebody, like there's always like a reason for me to sit, but other than that, I mean, it does seem like I discard people, pretty easily, but it's not personal. It's it's literally, I can't be, if I'm not around, I can't be your friend anyway. If I'm dead, I can't be your friend. Now can I? So it's self-preservation. I'm just keeping myself alive by not poisoning myself with all this negative energy that I can't help but, when people just say, just don't think about it. But if it was that easy, that's just like saying, don't be Janine. You know, like that's not a part, that's just, this is who I am. My spirit is a sponge. And so I will, you know, that's just what I'm stuck with. I mean, it's fine. I know that there are plenty of people who are like that. So as long as that's how I walk around in the world. As long as I know it's not just me, I'm fine. Like, as long as I know there's other people out there with the same issue, then I feel like, okay, all right, so I'm not crazy. It's okay. I'm good. So it seems like I'm not neighborly. You know, like I never like to really know my neighbors. Well, I never like to know my neighbors. It's not really just, I don't know my neighbors. A reason being because I have a personality type that when people get into shit and they have issues at the home and in relationships and stuff, it's like they can smell it on me or something, but they'll come to me and vent all of their issues. It's like this automatic thing that I'm the person to tell your business to. And so, of course, I like a sponge. I absorb all that negative ass energy. So if I know my neighbors and anything goes wrong with them, whose house you think they're going to come to? If they know Janine, they're going to come here. And then I'm going to be, I'm going to overdose on this. I can't help you if I'm not alive. Now can I? So I seem to be unneighborly. That's how it turns out. But I'm very friendly. I love to smile at strangers, because I like to give out easy, positive energy where it takes no effort. You walk by a stranger and you just smile. And they smile back and they go on about their day, and you don't know what's going on with them. You don't know if something just happened or it's just that little thing. And when you turn back and if you turn back and you look and you can see that they're still smiling, you know that they get to take it with them. And it'll land wherever it lands. What my mom calls seed planting. It's me planting little seeds in the universe. I love doing things like this. It's not that I'm not friendly, or I don't want to be neighborly. I'm just preserving my sanity, and that's how I do that. So I also like to avoid large groups of people. I love the idea of it. It sounds fun. But when I get in there, I'm going to feel I'm going to feel all of it. I'm going to feel all of it. If somebody's sitting in a corner with their head down, Janine's going to feel that. Somebody's over there arguing or even got a frown on their face, the eyebrows raised. I'm going to feel that. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to carry it with me. I'm going to wonder. I'm going to dissect because I'm also an overthinker. I can't not be an overthinker. That's a part of it too. Like I'm compulsive in nature. Like if someone comes around me and they're looking for something, I have to find it. It's something in me. I won't be able to stop until I find the thing. I care that it's found efficiently, quickly. Like I care like you care. You can't find your thing and you're worried. I'm worried too. I'm worried we're not going to find this thing. Like it's mine. Like it is a torturous thing when it happens in a negative setting. Like when something, like the negative side of being an introvert is toxic. It's extremely toxic. Like, and to some people, I seem judgy, when I get around people and I point out things. But it's because, like, if there's something that looks like it needs help, I have to help it. Like, if someone comes around me and said something, they're not even talking to me, and they point out something, and it needs something, I have to help it. And so I get involved. you know, I get involved when I wasn't even invited in, and I can't help it. It's like my nature. So I end up seeming like I'm judgy, standing on the outside, but really I just want to fix it. I just want it to be better. I want it to be solved. I want it to be solved. I care about how it ends up, not so much how it gets there. You know, I don't care how you lost it, what you were doing when you lost it. I care that you find it. I care that it's found and that it's solved. That's what I care about. Like, it's, you know, it's something, you know, being an empath. It's just like picking on myself. I'm 42. Been picking on myself for 42 years. I'd say maybe 32 years. Picking on myself for 32 years, and I you know, I just don't do it anymore. And the easiest way to keep from doing that is to just hang out with myself. Like, you know, I recharge my batteries this way because I'm an introvert. That's how I recharge. You know, I go back inside alone and I recharge. And so there's not, if you know someone who is an empath or shows signs of being empathic, you know, like, give them a break. You know, if you may force them, if you put too much on them, just by being around them with that and telling them too much stuff that's negative, you may force them out of your life to save themselves. You'll force them. They get to a point where they'll have to pick you or themselves. So just kind of, you know, pick and choose, and they'll put so much on them just because they're so welcoming to it. Because that's what an empath is. If you get in our face with a thing, we're not going to reject you. We're not going to reject. We're not going to say, look, I don't have time for this. It's never going to happen. We're not going to say, oh, well, just deal with it. Well, you must like it. You know, like some people do. We're not going to do that. We're going to always feel the need to give the advice. We're going to always need to want to see it. We're going to want to see you come out of it a whole thing, a whole person, and very still and very happy. We're going to envision that thing and keep talking until that happens. But then, of course, you know that you're not going to do the things. You're not going to take the advice. You're not going to do those things. And then we're going to have given out all that energy and created all that hope and feeling of that need to fix, And there will be no completion, no end to it. And you'll be the cause. So it'll get to a point where that person is going to have to separate themselves from you just to save themselves. So, you know, do it for yourself and for your friendship. If you got an introvert friend, if you got an empathic friend, take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. They won't want to leave you, but they'll have to destroy them. So that's pretty much about that. Pretty much is about it. It's a very, very interesting topic, but anyone who isn't an empath probably won't have the desire to find out more about it. You know, but people who are empaths, it could help, you know, them feel just a little more normal and know that it is okay to separate yourself. Not only is it okay, it's necessary, and it is, it's wonderful. It's actually very, very wonderful. It feels bad to everybody else, but honestly, you can't help people if you did. And, you know, they try to just basically just digging graves for us, for empathic people, because you can't do that kind of emotional work all the time. You have to rest. You got to go back inside, recharge your batteries. And that'll about do it. If you could do me a favor and like this video if you did like it, and subscribe to my channel. As you can see, I'm trying to be more efficient. I'm being more persistent. Okay. And Peace, and see you on the flip side.